Hi, welcome to JobSparks. My name is Will Hawkins, and I'm a data scientist at Keller Schrader and Associates here in Evansville, Indiana. And I'm here to talk with you today a little bit about the field of data science. So, you're probably all familiar with the company Tesla. They make self driving electric vehicles. You're probably also familiar by now with Elon Musk, the CEO of the company, and he's a pretty eccentric personality. So Elon Musk is well known for tweeting kind of outlandish things about Tesla, the company, the vehicles. And those outlandish tweets have dramatic effects on the stock price of Tesla. And so I have some examples here. You can see on May 1st, 4:11 p.m., Elon Musk tweets Tesla stock price is too high, in my opinion. And it's immediately met with a 10-point downward correction in the stock price. So Elon Musk's perception of his company has the ability to dramatically change the stock price. I've included some other examples of his tweets affecting stock price below. But what if we could use technology to get a pulse of the perception of more than just Elon Musk? What if we could get the perception of hundreds of thousands of people and their view of Tesla's products and the company as a whole? Wouldn't that have great predictive power over stock price? So I created a Twitter scraper using Twitter API keys. So basically, Twitter allows me with code to programmatically go out and scrape tweets related to whatever topic I want. So I can search based on hashtags or who's mentioned in the tweet or specific words in the tweet. And so here I created a scraper that goes out and has collected hundreds of thousands of tweets related to one of Tesla's new products, the Cybertruck. So I'm curious what perception of the Cybertruck is because I might want to buy or sell Tesla stock. Seems logical, right? So through scraping, I've now have hundreds of thousands of tweets from all over the world. I did this in a matter of minutes compared to traditional methods of getting perception of companies and products, things like focus groups, where you pay people to come in and you as a company ask them about how they view your product and your company. So that's really expensive to do. You're having to pay the people, you're having to pay your employees to have these focus groups. It's also inefficient. You can't, have hundreds of thousands of people come in. And so with these hundreds of thousands of tweets, I use natural language processing and something specifically called sentiment detection to determine how just the general public, the masses, feel about the Cybertruck. And so you can see I have a little bar graph here. Most people were positive towards the Cybertruck, followed by neutral, and very few people had negative views. I also made a word cloud here, which graphs the most commonly used words when people were tweeting about the Cybertruck. So you're probably not surprised to see Tesla is the biggest one. Ironically, SpaceX, which is another company founded and run by Elon Musk, is one of the other very commonly tweeted words. I took it a step further and I plotted, I think this is only 30,000 data points that I plotted, but I plotted them using two metrics. One is called subjectivity and one is called polarity. And so polarity is basically how strongly someone feels the sentiment. And so how do you do that? It's based on primarily the adjectives and verbs used in describing. So if someone, says, I really hated the Cybertruck, that would obviously be, pretty extreme and have a high polarity score. Then there's subjectivity, and you're using, again, natural language processing to determine how subjective the person tweeting is. So again, if they're using kind of offended or hyper just extreme language, they're probably not very subjective. If someone said, I love the Cybertruck because it's way more fuel efficient, or it emits a lot less carbon than my Ford F-150. That's a pretty objective thing. There's no denying that. It's not coming from a place of emotion. There's not emotional language in that statement. And so it would have a low subjectivity score. So again, this is using data and coding to scrape the perception of hundreds of thousands of people and their opinion on any given product or company. I think you can see how this type of work can radically change the way that companies operate. Feel free to reach out if you have any more questions about data science or Keller Schrader, or really anything IT related. We're happy to talk with you, and thanks for attending.